available. Indiana State Police report that southern Indiana roads are open with icy patches, but it's still recommended you stay in unless you absolutely must go out. The Sherman-Minton Bridge and the Kennedy Bridge remain closed, but the Clark Memorial is open. And that's Wave Country non-traffic. Back to you, Hugh.
Okay, thank you, Catherine. And by the way, if you abandon your vehicle on the Snyder Freeway, they are towing them from the Snyder Freeway. And I understand that some of them will wind up at Sam's Club out there on Blankenbaker Lane out in the East End. But you'll have to call and find out to be certain where your car is if you abandon it somewhere and they're towing it away.
I know police said that the Gene Snyder Freeway was a vehicle graveyard out there. And, you know, we were on the highway the other day before they closed them. And some of those truckers have been in their cars for like 12, 13 hours, and some even more than that. And luckily they have that sleeping apparatus on the back of the front of the rig, and they can sleep there. But, man, 12 hours in a truck.
Okay. It's 15 minutes after 6 o'clock, and time for the weather report from Tom Wills.
And it's a cold, cold morning in Louisville. We're down to minus 21 degrees at this hour. The record low now, there we go, just saw it pop on there. Isn't this amazing? Live television, 22 degrees below zero, the all-time record low for not just this date, for all history in Louisville, all recorded history in Louisville. Maybe Daniel Boone did see readings this cold, Hugh, but we'll never know, right? Because there were no thermometers in the state then, making measurements. Okay, in Louisville today, again, that's the coldest temperature ever, an all-time record for us. Many other cities around the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, and the East Coast are setting the same type records, many daily records, and in a few cases, all-time record lows like we've done in Louisville. Here are the most recent readings. 6 o'clock readings this morning, minus 21 in Spaniford, down at E-Town, Fort Knox area, 23 below. Coldest in the state right now is down at London. They're at 24 degrees below zero. But Indianapolis is better, one better than that. They're 25 degrees below there. And it's warmed up in St. Louis. I don't know what's going on out there. They're 1 degree above zero, the warmest spot around the central and eastern part of the nation this morning. That's a sign of a little bit of a warming trend coming our way for a temporary, short time, and we're going to get back into colder weather again tomorrow. But today we're seeing a high-pressure area which is just settled in on top of this fresh blanket of snow and made some incredibly cold readings across all of the Ohio Valley. After 8 o'clock, when the sun pops up, we'll see some rapid warming for a while during the morning hours, but then a big band of clouds are going to race over top of the sunshine, block out the sun this afternoon, so warming will be delayed by afternoon hours. With this upper-level disturbance racing eastward, we're seeing a little bit of light snow popping up. We expect to see maybe as much as 1 inch accumulation from Scottsburg north to maybe Indianapolis across south-central Indiana tonight, maybe over toward Covington as well. But in the Louisville metropolitan area or south of us, we see no more than a few flurries, just a dusting, if any, accumulation from this system. But it will, of course, give us the clouds. Here's the sorry sight of things today in terms of high temperatures for today. We should stay below zero through the northeastern parts of Kentucky and a good bit of Indiana all day long. Single figures, if we're lucky, across much of the rest of Kentucky and southwest Indiana. Got to go down to Tennessee to find some highs in the teens for today. So the forecast is bitterly cold today, and of course that's not going to help things in the roadways too much. Things are going to stay pretty much the same. We expect to see sunny skies this morning, up to about -5 by midday. This afternoon, skies become mostly cloudy as the system rolls in from the west. Be very cold. Today's high temperature at best around 5 degrees. A few periods of light snow north of Louisville tonight, minor accumulations there. In the Louisville metropolitan area south, we'll just see a few flurries, just a dusting if anything. Temperature is steady or slowly rising overnight. Then tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies, few lingering flurries, and a high temperature all the way up to 20 degrees. And we see a high reading in the upper 20s on Friday. Weekend should see plenty of sunshine and a significant progress on the roads because we'll see daytime highs, at least for a few hours, getting above the freezing point, but it'll freeze solid once again at night, so it's going to be, again, a long, long process before subdivision roads, secondary roads become cleared of ice and snow. They take weeks. I mean, we're serious about that. We're taking weeks before I get those ruts out of the roads. Today's health weather indicators are this way. Aches and pains will be high, and also high for respiratory stress.
Hey, how about the pollens and the mold spores?
I think we can safely say the molds are low and the pollens are gone.
There's the good news.
There's the good news.
And that
minor accumulation.
Yeah, that 1 inch of snow that you're expecting up in Indiana. You know, the last time anybody said anything about 1 inch of snow, you know what happened.
Well, actually, that time, of course, this weekend, we were talking about, first of all, the forecast went heavy snow, and then it went to a major ice storm, which by now we'd been better off having had the ice storm than the snow, because most of that would have been cleared up, although at the time would have been a lot worse than having the snow.
So this is different. This 1 inch is...
This one, with the temperatures as cold as it is right now, there is just no moisture in the air for which to play with, so they can't get much snow out of this.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Tom.
We'll see.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Just having a little fun with it.
Just ribbing you a little bit.
I understand fully.
Just ribbing you a little bit.
Okay. You know,